Welcome back to It Is What It Is, S.4.G Opinion Show. Okay, one of my fans, one of my commenters, left a comment asking me how did I feel about OSCHINO and MEEK situation. I'm sorry. You know, I'm going to speak the truth. I don't care. Call me a hater. Call me what you want to call me. I'm going to speak facts. All right? Now, before I speak these facts, I'm going to state two things, right? It's people trying to say OSCHINO is petty, starting a beef over something petty for attention. Then on another sense, you know, he's saying that MEEK is a coward and doing coward things, basically like sissy-like things. And with that being said, you know, people are saying on both sides of the fence that, you know, same time, what people been saying about me, that anybody that showed me love, he's not showing the same love back. You know, so with that being said, I'm gonna put it like this, you know, here we go. Call me what you want. All right, now for one, I'm gonna speak both sides, because I got to. There's always both sides of facts, and basically why these facts are here. You know what I mean? Why it is facts that I'm speaking. Now, as far as OSCHINO and MEEK relationship, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go this far. OSCHINO said when he got out of jail that MEEK gave him $2,500. You know, some would say, okay, MEEK supposed to have these millions, he's supposed to have all this money like that. You know, somebody that looked out for him when he was down, and was the only one giving him a free verse and stuff like that, you would figure he would give him stacks, or he would give him, you know, even though $2,500 is 2 stacks. But still, you know, somebody would give him like 10,000 or something like that, but then you can't be ungrateful. You know, because you got to think about it. Look at the people that people are saying MEEK, even though MEEK don't owe nobody nothing. But look at the people that are saying MEEK ain't never given nothing and do nothing for him, that looked out for MEEK. You know what I mean? Whether he owe them or not, it's just about showing that love back to people that show love to you. That's a difference. There's a difference if somebody never did nothing for somebody and they're asking them for something in return. You know what I mean? Even though it's from the heart or whatever, you know, you shouldn't look for nothing in return. It's going to come back to you anyway. But with that being said, this is the sense. If somebody showed you love, just show that love back. You in your prime, you on the road. You know, let me catch that pass and run that thing off. Keep that thing going, then, you know, I'll turn up. I'm going to do the same thing back to you. One hand wash the other. So with that being said, you know, the fact when MEEK gave him that $2,500, you know, in his prime and everything, and he came home from jail, that's better than nothing. He had to do that. So that was a reason right there. I believe that was a reason right there not to diss me, or not to, you know, come at him about posting this cover and stuff like that. That was a reason right there. I'm breaking everything down. That was a reason right there not to diss me. You know, because that right there, MEEK put you on the pedestal in his own way. Right there. You know what I mean? He gave you something. You're able to say and run with that. MEEK gave me money. That's a blessing. You know what I mean? You already OSCHINO. You got your name popping and buzzing. You do your thing. You know what I mean? You was with the rock and all that. It is what it is. And another thing I want to make it known is people quick to say that, before I finish explaining what I'm saying, people quick to say that, you know, you know, do you know these people like that, this and that? Yeah, I know OSCHINO. You know what I mean? And all glory be to God. I'm giving all glory to God. But I'm just speaking facts. Me and OSCHINO even prayed with each other. You know what I mean? He came by my cousin crib, my cousin Chaka crib. You know what I mean? We got to even pray with each other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know. And you know, OSCHINO in his own way shouted me out when I interviewed him too. But other than that, we even went as deep as praying with each other. You know what I mean? We're going to work with each other too. So with that being said, like I said, now speaking that first fact, I feel like he should. That's a reason not for him to diss me. And he even said that the type of connection they have. You know what I mean? How he always looked at him as, you know, that was his young boy and treated him like he is young boy. That's the only. He said that's why he didn't. He said, but if it wasn't for that, he would have been bombed me. But then he said the reason why he started speaking out on him and called him a coward and said he's doing coward-like things and stuff like that is because he said when he spoke out about him, how he tells him to post his stuff up, you know, post his album cover up to his appetizer, you know what I mean? But when he asked him to post, me asked him to post his album cover up, and he said he got him. He posted his album cover up, but he said, but OSCHINO said when it came to his appetizer 7, he didn't post his up. And that does make sense. Like, come on, man, how you gonna have somebody? Because see, I had people, and that's really corny though. You know what I mean? I had people, you know what I'm saying, fan members and all that. I ain't saying no names, but they know that wanted me to here post these posters up for me, post these flyers up for me, pass these CDs out for me. I'm like, all right, well, when we gonna do a track? You know what I mean? When we gonna do a track, man? I got some fire I'm holding in. We ain't do a track yet. No, I got you. Just post these flyers up, pass these CDs out, do this. You be like, no, dog, I'm not gonna be Lloyd Banks and you 50 Cent, you always you always in the front. No, dog, I'm not gonna sit back and just keep posting your flyers and posting your stuff up on the page. Cause I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of people, I've been showing that unconditional love for years. Well, all these artists out here, you know what I'm saying? I've been showing unconditional love. I give people a benefit of a doubt. It got to the point I slowed up. You know what I mean? With some artists. So I learned, you got to look out for those that look out for you. You know what I mean? Some I try to show them some love and give them the benefit of the doubt, see how they going to play. You know what I mean? It's not all about you giving it back in return, but it's still, you can at least acknowledge the love. You know, but with that being said, people, they are into that. People are so selfish in Philly, man. And smell themselves to get a little attention that you post their album cover up, they don't even say thank you or like it or leave a comment and say that's what's up. They be smelling themselves like everybody's supposed to worship the ground they on and charge you up for a verse and all that. That's why Philly can't stick together. Because once they get a little bit of position, they smell themselves like everybody's supposed to bow down to them and gut their pockets before they, you know, get together and get money with them. You know, it's not a, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to go both ways. Somebody they post your picture, your album cover up. When your joint come up, post their album cover. You know what I mean? When they joint come up, post their album cover. It's only right. Ain't that one hand wash the other? It's not right. Somebody advertise somebody, they help support them, and then next minute when they come their time around, you silent, you not responding to a message. That's corny. But then when the person says something about it, and they speak out to you about it because you acting like you God, like you acting like you God, like basically you gotta have faith, my son. I'm gonna come back through soon. I'm gonna say something to you. You may not hear from me now, but have faith, my son. I got you. No, dog. Same way as that man post your joint up, you post his stuff up. So I feel OSCHINO on that. That's like, and then on top of that, like OSCHINO said, he said, ain't that what you was crying about with Drake? Drake ain't tweet your music? Drake must be hating? So I guess you hating on OSCHINO. Like, what type of stuff is that? Or if you ain't hating, because I guess, of course, people say, why would he hate the problem that he's in? But that's still like blackballing. Because I know if I post your joint, it's going to wham, and everybody, and the day tomorrow, people might be trying to sign you and push you even further than where you are. Why not do that then? So that means you're hating in your own way. You're blackballing in your own way. I'm sorry. I don't kiss these dudes behind, man. I'm going to speak facts. Meek ain't going to do nothing for me any damn way. I don't want him to. I'm sorry. I don't want him to. It is what it is. Like, anybody appreciate a position, somebody that show love to them, you know what I mean, and help them get a little further where they at. But I'm sorry. I'm good, man. Like, it is what it is. You can't see for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, people that he showed love to. He took pictures with him, stuff like that. But he ain't really, I mean, come on, dog. If I had that position with Meek got, and I'm going to have even more, forget his position, I'm over that. Watch how I do it. For real, I'm going to show him how to do it. I'm going to show him how to do it. Ain't no way I would have everybody on Philly bombing, everybody in Philly bombing the radio and having everybody begging to get on the radio, begging for a verse. Like, damn, you putting all these Philly cats on. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. I ain't worrying about who gonna bubble over me. That's good. Do your thing. That's why I always show love and support like that. But we got some dudes with female tendencies, dog. That's females, and I see what OSCHINO mean. I feel him on that. I don't care. I don't care. Because I speak wisdom. I speak knowledge. And people like me gonna be hated anyway. They're gonna try to blackball you anyway. You know what I mean? Meek know I showed him love. He shouted me out, saying make the hood rich in his own way. You know what I mean? But other than that, when it's all said and done, like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't look for nothing in return from him, but at the same time, I see what type of dude he is, though. People like that, like I said in one of my raps. They don't respect love, they respect fear. You know what I mean? They don't respect love, they respect fear. So with that being said, same way as supporting a person. They don't even really respect that. He played that role, but really, you know what his line was as a young boy he used to say? You know what I mean? You supposed to. Like, you be like, yeah, me, you know, I posted Joan up on Instagram, man. I shouted you out. He be like, yeah, you supposed to. That was his line back then. He used to say that. You supposed to. Like, basically, I'm the itch. You supposed to. You know what I mean? Like smelling itself. You know what I mean? He even said himself being cocky and arrogant. You know what I mean? Now, you call me a hater or you call me what you want, but that tells you something about a person. If a person does something for you, shows you love, and then they tell you you're supposed to. Come on, dog. Is you serious? That tells you something about the person. This is the type of dude he is. So, with all that being said, like I said, people don't respect love, they respect fear. So same way as supporting them, they would rather appreciate, no, I'm gonna put it in the right words. Respect, that's what I said. They would rather respect you more if you diss them. They respect you more than dissing them, because you know why? When you show them love, they call you you sweating them. You riding my wave. You know what I mean? You riding my wave. Come on, dog. Get your own wave. Because you showing them love. You trying to ride their wave. But if you diss them, you a hater. You know what I mean? Come on, dog. That's no. What it is, whatever they doing with that is, oh, you get down with me, you ride my wave, so I don't want you to get no shine like that, because if you get down with me, or just taking pictures with you, or doing a track with you, I know you where you going to go. You may go way further than me. So I don't want you to bubble, so we ain't doing that. And if you diss me, I know you're going to bubble off that, so I don't want you to do that. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So what you think somebody going to, you know what I mean? Just like Tupac said. When he said that interview, he said, we hungry, we need some food. He said, you knocking, you asking, you knocking at the door. Sooner or later, what he say? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting. It's like, it is what it is. Like, you don't want to give it to me. You don't want to show love. We do a verse with each other. You don't want to show love. We link up. Then I can't diss you too. Which one I'm going to do? I'm sorry, especially if you the type that's going, you know what I mean, do for yourself, do for you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be sweating nobody and worrying about nobody or focusing on nobody. You know what I mean? And you want to focus on your own road. They're going right. Well, then if it's, based in your own way, it's F me. You sunning me in your own way. In all reality, you sunning me. Like, you playing that role. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Post this up, young boy. Pat you on your head, give you $1, send you off. You know what I mean? But then when it come to me, can you post my joint up? I got you. Just keep faith, my son. Come on, dog. What else is it? But then he's he's a hater because he's putting out there the truth, and it's the only way he can reach a person like him. Because like I said, I speak wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know what I'm saying? And people like me, it's certain people, you have to be a wisdom person. You have to be a person about wisdom, a man who seeks God. You know what I mean? You got to be a man that, because wisdom comes from God. You know what I mean? Wisdom is also knowledge and action. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people got knowledge, but who puts it to action? So the point I'm making is this, is that when I speak, Meek don't like any daggone way. Because the type of mentality he got. He don't like it anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, some things, don't get me twisted. Meek looks at my videos. He listens to my videos. Because even Joey Jihad, I told you, Joey Jihad told me that he said he loved my music and stuff like that. So Meek listens to my videos. But the type of dude he is, one side I can dig. He's a dude on some, I don't care what nobody say, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I can respect that. But another side of him is that side where it's like, no matter how much wisdom you give him, you're a hater. You giving them wisdom. You trying to enlighten them, and they call you a hater. So it just is what it is. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. If that's what it's going to be, like, I might as well bomb you. I might as well dish you. I might as well, if that's how it's going to be. You know how it goes. If they ain't with you, then they dish you. You know what I mean? If we ain't never going to be friends, or we ain't never going to really, you know what I'm saying, do this thing together, that means you on my way. So I feel OSCHINO, man. I'm sorry. Like, what vibe is you on? Like, let me know. Because you can't play both sides of the fence. You know what I mean? You can't play both sides of the fence. That's like somebody at a store tell you advertise their issue, advertise their store. You know what I mean? Advertise their store, but then they still don't give you a job, though. But they want you to go ahead, pass these flyers out and stuff like that, but we ain't going to give you a job, though. You have to wait for that job. Like, come on, man. Show that same love in return, man. I'm sorry. I feel OSCHINO on that. And like I said, the day of tomorrow, I'm not looking for nothing in return from OSCHINO. You know what I mean? God bless him. I ain't looking for nothing in return from him, but I'm just speaking the facts. Everybody can't wait to say hater, hater, hater. No, he's not a hater. He's just exposing the truth. He's exposing the truth. He's just tired of sitting back holding his in. Meek want cats like that. That's why everybody that Meek is, so-called showing love to, or they behind Meek, they really like groupies, dog. I'm sorry. They really like groupies and sellouts, man. Because if Meek, do something for me, Meek on my side, man, get out of here, dog. Come on, dog. Y'all want him to carry y'all like book bags, dog? Because on the low, he really respect cats like me and OSCHINO that speak out, and that's what he fair. That's what he fair. I'm sorry. It is what it is, dog. It is what it is. OSCHINO see it for what it is. It is what it is. No matter how much love I show Meek, I try my best. I show him love. I speak both sides. You see what I spoke on this interview. I spoke the side of why he shouldn't diss Meek. Same time I spoke when Meek was wrong. But no matter what, Meek is a hater through everything. It is what it is. That's why I'm in my own path too. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And the track I'm about to drop after this, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? If it ain't no we getting down with each other or whatever, basically you on my way. Same way you'll feel about me. If I was in your position right now, you'll feel like I'm in your way. If we was in Meek's position right now and Meek was looking for a verse or Meek was trying to get down with us, Meek could be dissing us. Meek could be doing these interviews about us. Now, I mean, we are our own men. I'm my own man. So salute to OSCHINO. I salute you, and it is what it is, man. Like, it is what it is. I feel you on that. You know what I mean? He should do OSCHINO the same way as OSCHINO did for him. I feel him on that. You know what I mean? And I feel him on standing up about that and speaking out and not being like everybody else, oh, Meek got me. No, I don't want to mess up with Meek. I don't want to mess up, and I don't want to get blackballed, and I'm going hard anyway. So, Miss Meek, you ain't got to like me. You ain't got to do nothing for me or nothing. And I'm sorry, if you're on my way, I'm bombing you too. I don't even care, dog. That's the note I'm on. I'm about to feed. The same as he going to feed his family, I'm going to feed my family. So y'all can say what y'all want. That's why you agree with OSCHINO, because you feel the same way. You know what I mean? Or you a Meek hater. You call it what you want. We all show Meek love. And Meek, that's what he respects. You respect somebody that's going to diss him. You don't care about that, because if you just showing him love, he going to be like, you supposed to. And you're going to be just sitting there while he's bubbling, you know what I mean? Regular, running around doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you should be on the same note. You know what? Same as he did with Drake and everybody else, and he want to diss people. You on my way. If you ain't trying to show that love and link up, you on my way. It is what it is. Get ready for Death to Devil Music 2. New music dropping right after this. Salute to OSCHINO. Keep speaking out. And I ain't gonna lie, do a diss track too. Make the hood rich.